Thanks, Chair.
Until 7:20.
Until 20 past. Thanks, Chair. I think, Mr. Matlala, I want us to start by dealing with what appears to me, and I'm sure maybe other South Africans, as very strange coincidences. You know, coincidence is possible, but some of the coincidences become very strange when they assume a particular pattern. I'm going to enlist those coincidences and ask you to comment on them. The first one is that you have a problem with your tender, whatever the nature of the problem was. And then you decide to Google the details of Lieutenant General Spear. And you get hold of him and you arrive, the man is an acting national commissioner. That's coincidence number one. The second coincidence is that your wife attended a party that you don't know. You don't know he's going to the party. And then suddenly she becomes unwell. You decide that she says, please come and fetch me. I mean, you are a highly guided man. You are followed by a big entourage. But you decide on that day, I'm going to Uber. Never mind my security situation. I'm going to Uber and get to the place where my wife is. And in your statement, you are saying your wife had said, please come because I'm not well after having taken some few glasses of champagne. But when you got there, she said, no, don't rush. Don't rush, baby. Let me finish my other classes. And you stay. And upon you staying, you then recognize that, by the way, this is a party of a General Spear's child. What a coincidence, again. And then the other coincidence is that you get a contract, a Brigadier Netengwe, who happens to have participated in the BAC as well as the other committee of adjudication. A day after you are awarded, he walks into your company. And then he says, you know, my niece is in deep crisis. Please employ my niece. You employ the niece immediately. All of these things, what message should they be communicating? How do you explain these coincidences yourself? This is just a God-given situation. It could have happened to anyone, and in this case, it was me. How do you explain this coincidence in a rational way that South Africans can understand in the way that I suppose you do?
Okay, the first one is I didn't have a problem with a tender. It was a lease agreement for the hospital. It was not a tender when I went to meet him with General CB. So it had nothing to do with the tender at that time. So, and then he was the head of the detectives. So I don't think it could be a coincidence because of you'll only find one head of detectives. So it was him. So whether he was acting as a national commissioner by then, it didn't change that he was still a head of the detectives. And my wife, when I said I went to fetch her, it was very late. So my protectors had already knocked off. To call them to come back, I think for me it will waste time. So that's why I just decided to take an Uber to go fetch her. And Mr. Netengwe, I wouldn't even mention him in my affidavit if I had something to do with me, if I'm the one who initiated to hire his niece. So I mentioned it because of also, it came to me as an instruction more than a request to hire his niece.
Why would it be an instruction?
I'm not saying it was an instruction, but it appeared to me as if, not in directly, but it appeared to me as if I'm telling you that you hire my niece, but not in like, you know, someone will tell you things, but not in so many ways, but you can pick up between the lines that this guy is saying something.
So why does it have to happen a day after your contract has been, just a day after it is awarded? So it's coincidental that this instruction came to this brigadier on that day.
He was the contract manager. I think he still is.
The point I want to drive home is that this exemplifies a particular coordination in which you and these other police officers are engaged on. That's my own conclusion, because I cannot understand very well the coincidences, the way in which they have occurred.
Yes.
Now, when you went to give a lift to your wife on the Uber, she was not well.
Not well, sick, because I'm saying she had she had too many glasses of champagne.
Okay, so the reason why she needed to call you was because she had
She didn't want to drive back herself.
by herself, so that she drives with you.
Yes.
So that is the reason why when you arrived, you couldn't immediately leave. You had to stay because she needed to take a bit of other classes. What would you say to the person who says, you know, the main reason why you had to remain was because another coincidence was about to happen, that Spear was going to walk in. You had to wait for this coincidence because you enter into a venue, somebody's party is taking place, your wife was not directly invited by the people who are responsible for it. You discover upon your arrival is Spear's son, and then the wife says, baby, don't leave. I want to take a bit more again. And while you are waiting, and Spear walks in. Is that a pure coincidence?
How can that be a coincidence? Because that is his house. So obviously I will find you in your own house. So there is no way that you'll hide because of now I'm around. He was entertaining his guests, so he will be around.
So would it be correct to conclude that you and Spear have a potentially stronger bond than what the South African nation may know?
No, we don't have.
Okay. Now, on paragraph 72, now this was a paragraph 72 of the unsigned version, so I'm going to explain what it means so that I don't have to worry to check on the new one. I'll give you the background. The point you are making there is that the allegation that you were funding a campaign for Minister Ntuli are unfounded because you couldn't have engaged on such an exercise, given the fact that you had known Brown Mohotsi for a very short period of time. Now, that is not my main issue. My main issue is that because you are demonstrating that you don't give money to a person or for a cause that you have met a person on a very short period of time. But from your own information, you met former Minister Cele, and in less than 3 months, money was paid. How do we read that?
Because there was service delivery.
Was a service delivery. You remember that you have told us that actually you were supposed to pay him R1 million.
Yes.
So you owe him $500,000. Now, why do you call him an extortionist when you have entered into a deal with him in which you are supposed to pay R1 million and you have only paid half of it?
Because he was demanding for more than R1 million.
But why did you not go to R1 million and say, no, Chief, we can't proceed now because the deal has come to an end? And then instead you're calling him an extortionist. That
was a toxic relationship, what I can tell you. So from the meeting that I had with him, I could see that this is very toxic.
So you decided to betray the commitment you and him had entered into?
Come again?
You decided to betray the commitment that the two of you had entered into?
No, it's not betraying. I think the intentions was malicious because I came from a meeting where he coordinated and then I was threatened to be arrested and then I was not comfortable. There was a lot of things that are happening which I was not comfortable with.
When you met with him, Kwanas, you have led us to believe that the meeting with him, Kwanas, was initiated by former Minister Cele.
Yes.
In order to assist you.
Yes.
Now you arrive in a meeting and you
good
discover that it's actually you who must assist Mkwanas more than him assisting. Did you go back to Cel and say, you have sent me to the wrong man?
No, I didn't say that because at that point I did not know that what he promised from his side, he will do it or not. So I
I mean,
didn't
but
tell him that.
why don't you? I mean, is it not natural that you get into a meeting, you are told you are going to meet with so, and this is the agenda, and the agenda is you find this upside down? Is it not normal that you must go back to the coordinator and say, but chief, what we have coordinated here is wrong? That should be normal. Why were you not doing it?
No, I wanted to see the outcomes of it first.
Never mind whether the agenda has changed.
No, the agenda did not change.
No, but you are saying here now, you went to Mkwanazi to get assisted, only to discover that upon arriving there, the conversation was about him more than you being assisted. Because
No,
when you left the meeting with him, you also had a mandate from him, which you diligently executed until you failed.
I'm saying I told him from my side what I've wanted, but there was an additional request from his side.
The head of Hawks, General Senona, what was his role in that meeting? Is he, am I right? He or she?
He.
Senona, is he?
He.
What was his role in the meeting with you and Mkwanas?
I asked him to accompany me there.
And then what did he do in the meeting?
He said, and then he was drinking whiskey.
He sat and was just drinking whiskey.
Yes.
Never said anything. Never asked a question. Never anything in the meeting except just enjoying the whiskey. Nothing.
No, I told Mr. Mkwanas that I will pass the message to Mr. Sonora and then he will tell him if I'm winning or not.
No, I understand that. But here you are in the meeting with the three men, the two other men who are not here. And the conversation is only between you and Mkwanas. The other one is just sipping whiskey.
Yes.
That's all. That was his participation until you left.
Yes, yeah, he didn't engage, yes.
Okay. How did your wife travel to the Spear Sunny's event? Was driving herself? She doesn't get driven by this big entourage of security you have.
She was driving.
She was driving herself.
Yes.
Now, you went to Zimbabwe in one of your meetings with former Minister Cel. That's correct.
Yes.
Now you get into the gate there, the code is required. Now I know that place, that when you get there, you need a code. You then decide that you are not going to call the person whose place you are going to use in the meeting, but you are going to call Hangwan. Why? To give you access. Because Hangwan is not there and you are not going to his place.
No, I said I couldn't get access to the codes. I had problems getting the codes, and then I asked Hangwan because he also has a house in Zimbabwe to open up for me.
Okay, where were you supposed to access the code?
Come again?
Where were you supposed to access the code?
From my house.
Also, in Zimbabwe is your house where you were meeting.
I've got a house, yes.
So you were meeting in your house?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were meeting at somebody's house.
No.
And then Hangwan has a house as well, but got the details from him. In paragraph 146, I'll summarize it as well for you. You don't have to go there. You are talking about a visit in Cimex here, and where the police officers are said to have engaged in a wrong practice. From what you are saying, I'm paraphrasing you, to engage a particular man, and they came with a computer. You know that story?
Yes, yes.
Are you comfortable to tell us who's that man?
Yes, I am.
Who's that man?
His name is Jermaine Prim.
Jermaine?
Jermaine Prim.
Is he serving a sentence or still attending?
Today he went to court, but he's on a waiting trial.
He's on a waiting trial. And then is the one who came to you to give you this report?
No, after I heard that voice recording, I was complaining. Then I said, hey, I heard this thing, and he said to me, hey, you know, actually this is strange. There are people who came here, ask me how this voice manipulation technology works. And then
Why? Have you had any dealings with him before?
with who?
Jamin,
Dealings?
anything? Is a person you know very well and trust, and
No, I know him because I met him there.
so it's another prison.
Yes.
But only on this matter, because he's talking about you, you trusted him wholeheartedly. That those people who came are actually from the police.
They are from the police.
They are from the police.
Yes. They are the people who are investigating my case.
So I'm saying you took his word on that, or the police have also confirmed that actually we did come.
No, they did not confirm, obviously, but I know, and I can give the date, and then if the committee wants to, they can go and check with the video footage from CMAX. There's 24-hour surveillance camera there.
Okay. The 5 million you were willing to pay as part of the contribution to get your friend Jerry out, who were you going to pay to?
I was going to pay to Jerry's wife.
So for her to pay to who?
To the people who demanded money.
So there were people who were in contact with the family
Yes.
and looking for 10 million rand.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I think somebody asked this question, but I just want to further clarify it, help for you to help us to clarify it. Your knowledge of your friend being involved on something that has got to do with drugs. To what extent are you honest and open to each other as friends? I mean, under normal circumstances, my friends will talk to each other openly, including to guide each other away from dangers that may be visited on us as individuals as well as our families, because we should be having an ambition to grow up and to raise our families as well to the level at which it could be possible in life. So in that way, we should be treating each other in a true sense of being brothers and friends. And I wouldn't expect, I can't keep quiet when a friend of mine is involved in drugs. So how far do you go with your friends, or in this case maybe with Jerry, on matters like that?
I taught myself that I must not judge people. I will only advise, but if you want to do whatever you want to do, then that is up to you.
So that is your own approach to how you engage with your friends.
Yes.
You leave them to do what they want to do. So are you not worried, Mr. Matlala? Because you know there is an understanding that at times people who are not close to us, they get to understand us better on the basis of the company we keep. Are you not worried that if you keep a company of friends, or one amongst them, who engages in activities that are not honorable, if I put it that way, that has an impact on your own standing and the reputation?
Yeah, but I do not understand. Is that a question?
Yes. Are you not worried? My question is, are you not worried that the company you keep might have a negative impact on your image and standing?
No, I don't think people who are mentally matured enough, they will judge me based of my association.
Do you think so? Do you think that's how normal life works? Do you think that if I am walking around every day, me, with the people who are drug dealers, they're my friends, the company I keep, we drink together, we go to clubs together, the population is going to say, the drug dealers are these other ones. This one, no, it's not.
But
is that how society functions?
I'm saying this because of they might not know what are you saying to this guy. Maybe you are trying to rehabilitate him or something. They don't know that because of what you say. When you talk to him, they are not there, so they don't know what is your business with him.
Yeah, they would not know. But in your case, we know. that your business with him was to keep quiet and not to advise him against doing something that places his life and maybe that of his family at a greater risk. In your case, we know.
You know what?
We know because you have told us that you did not say anything to advise him against, on the basis that you live your own life and let them live their own life.
Obviously, first time when I find out, I will ask that what's in for you, why are you doing this? But then you tell me that a man got to do what a man's got to do to survive. So I cannot give you money. So whatever you want to do, and then if I say stop this, then you will end up asking money from me. So you'll do whatever you want to do, but you'll end of the day, you will see that what you're doing is not good or is good.
So if they don't heed your advice and proceed on the wrong footing, such as the one that we're talking about, you proceed with your life and not do anything.
There's nothing I can do, unfortunately.
No, you can. I mean, you can stop being a friend. Friendship is not comparison. It's a choice we make because of common values, and the fact that we may have grown together, or like me, and we are in the same organization together. It's a choice we make. Friendship is a choice, not comparison.
Yes, I agree.
You agree?
Yes.
But when you choose to keep a friend, even if the friend is engaged on a practice that you know in terms of the law is illegal. Because there's a contradiction there, Mr. Matlala. I will allow you to comment on it. Because earlier on you told us that the reason you resign your directorship on the company that was awarded a tender by SAPS was precisely because you were concerned that its image may be dented by the fact that your name is associated with certain things which are negative.
Yes, that's correct.
So when I heard you saying that, I concluded in my mind that this is a man of integrity who cares about his reputation, not just to himself, including how the nation perceives him. But now how do I reconcile that with the fact that the same man, same sentence, how do I square a cycle on that issue? Same man, same sentence, I will stay with you, my friend. Never mind your drug dealing, but you are my friend.
But I cannot compare a person with an entity. Then an entity, I have a choice to resign and then sort whatever I need to sort out. But a person, I wouldn't say he's a bad person because of what is.
Sorry. You can go ahead.
Now I'm saying I wouldn't now want to judge you because of what you're doing. But my business, I have a choice that I can, because it's my business, but I cannot tell you that stop doing this because of now you will tell me, okay, I'm stopping this. Give me the same money that I was making.
And then that's not a good friend. The next thing I will say, I'm stopping the friendship. Because if we are honest to one another and we are good friends, we are family men. I mean, you're a family man, you've got a wife, got kids, you've got profound responsibilities, not just to your own, to yourself, but to the family in its entirety. So it's incumbent upon you to say to somebody that drags your name into a direction that will endanger that future, to say, no, I can't stay with you. It's not compulsory for me to be a friend with somebody. Never mind, even if we grew up together, we'll spend years together. But if you take a route that is the one that we are talking about, I'm perfectly entitled to say, no, let's stop. Now, I'm asking myself, because we can't even get evidence where you would say, no, I went to a common friend. We've got a common friend. We realize that this friend of ours is engaged on a dangerous terrain. I went to this other one to say, help me to persuade this man away from this thing. Why would two friends not do that to one another?
Yes, I hear you.
You agree with me that it's,
Yes.
it's not normal that
Yes.
two friends will not do that to one another.
No, I agree with you.
Okay. Now, the other issue that kept me worried, Mr. Matlala, and it kept me worried because it communicated a message of a person in you who has a capacity to falsify information without pressure. Ele comes to visit your place. He's going to stay there. There's no pressure there. There's no pressure for you to say to people, that's my business associate. I mean, somebody's coming to my place. Whoever that is going to be at the gate has got nothing to do with that. They must give the key
Yes.
to the person themselves. Why would you have a pressure to cook up a particular relationship with God?
It was not pressure.
Yes, I know you were not under pressure. That's what worries me. Because on these other things you have explained to us and we have understood. You have acted in certain instances on the basis of pressure that you are subjected to. You remember you've been saying that. But here there's no pressure. Why do you make a choice of for a lack of a better word and with respect, of telling a lie? And I'm saying that with respect.
Yes, yeah.
Why does that?
I think that's what came out of my mind at that moment.
Even without any pledge?
Come again?
Obviously, without any pledge. You just decided that I'm just going to falsify this information.
No, I didn't want them to ask questions that why is the former police minister doing here?
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying, but this is your house. In any case, they will see him, that is him. No matter how you have classified the relationship,
Yes.
they will still see is him. So I would have expected that you will say, give the key to Mr. Ntuli is going to be there, and leave it at that point. You know why that issue about the ability to change things without pressure, you know where it becomes a problem. At some point, we are going to have to interact, as Mr. Malema was asking earlier on. At some point, we are going to have to contend with two versions of the information before us. You having given General Ntuli money, him saying that I didn't get it. And without us having the recordings, as you were saying, you answered the question, some of them get deleted after some times, without us getting that information to firm up your evidence. It means our conclusion will be based on probabilities, among others, on the basis of the extent to which we think we can rely on your evidence because of your ability to say things right and wrong. Do you see that we'll have to take that position? Do you think it would be fair for us to take that position?
Yeah, I hear you, but unfortunately, I do not have any evidence that I can back my statement. So I think maybe my witnesses for the in Beverly Hills, because I was with my protectors at that day. So I think that maybe, or even maybe if you can check maybe the footage that side.
So it means you will forgive us if we conclude that we've listened to Ntuli, we've listened to you, you gave him money, he says I didn't get money. So you'll forgive us when we come to a conclusion that based on other things that Mr. Matlala said, and his ability to communicate false information even when not under pressure, it's possible that even in this case, he's not telling us the truth. You'll forgive us if we make that conclusion.
I think at the end of the day, it's your choice to whether you believe or not, but I'm just telling you what happened, and then I do not have a reason to lie over that. So if I wanted to lie, I would have said I've also paid General Mukhonazi money, and I've never said that. So I was saying what actually happened. So if I wanted to lie, I could have implicated other people.
Yeah, but I'm just asking, you will understand us if we make a conclusion like that based on our interaction with you on other matters.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That at the end of the day, the choice it needs to come from you.
Okay. My last question, Mr. Matlala, has to do with your security. The former task force or the ones who are from the South African National Defense Force. Do you recruit? Okay, were they recruited while still in service of the nation and abandoned that part to come and work for you, or you got them when they've retired from the South African National Defense Force?
Some I got them when they retired from the Defense Force, but now these people, they will recruit each other because hey, there is good money there. Let's go there. Then you'll find that someone say, hey, I'm going to resign from my job and come here.
Thank you very much, Chair. Thanks, Mr. Matlala.
Thank you so much. It's exactly 20 past. Honorable Skosana.
Sure, abuti ona hle.